Hello scrappers and planet lovers, Tin Man here with another video. So today I want to take a look at what's inside one of these grass trimmers. It's fall again, which means you're probably going to find a number of these on the side of the road. People they're on their last legs, people throw them out being ready for winter. There are different models. There are some trimmers that are gas powered. This one is an electrical one. And what's nice about an electrical one is there is a long power cord that goes through the body of it. There's some brass, there's a copper bearing motor in here. So what I'm going to do today is I'm going to take it apart for you, show you the goodies inside, how to separate them, how to maximize your profit, and most importantly, how to divert as much of this away from the landfill as I can. Now for the sake of this video, I have already taken out the screws down the plastic body. So here we go. First thing, the protective cover. Unfortunately, this is plastic, so this is going to go into the garbage. It's a Black & Decker model, but they're all built pretty much the same way. I just removed the screws very easily, and as you can see, when I open this up, okay, some more plastic, heavy-duty plastic. Unfortunately, in our municipality, there really is no way that we can recycle this. Unfortunately, it's going to go in the landfill, okay? But something away from the landfill is better than nothing. So as you can see, there is a really nice copper bearing motor, okay? Another piece of plastic. So I'm getting closer, as you can see as well on this one. Here is the shaft. The shaft is steel, okay? I put a magnet to it. It sticks. So the steel is going to go in my steel pile. The power cord goes all the way from the motor down the shaft to the trigger. Okay, and also if you look, because it's an electrical model, right in there are two nice brass prongs. So I'm going to just remove the last couple screws on this trigger to open this up. I'm thinking there's probably going to be a silver contact because anytime there is a trigger spring, there'll be electrical contact or a silver contact. So the last screw out of here. My screws, I like to store them up and put them in a container, bring them back as tin or steel. You know, scrap yards, I see some people that bring them in, they fall out of the truck, and I don't want to see that because it's a recipe for disaster if you're driving and get a flat tire. Okay, so there is the last bit of plastic. There's my trigger, and I could just actually probably pull this right through, which I am. There is a little bit of plastic on here, the arm or the hand holder. I'm going to leave this on because steel prices really are not that good anyway, so if there's a little bit of plastic on your steel, the scrapyards don't care, so I'm going to leave this. What I'm left with is a really nice long cord. In Canada, this insulated cord or power cord is about $1 a pound. It's not quite a pound, but it adds up. As I said before, there are the nice two brass prongs. Some people leave those on there for the weight. I actually like taking these off because brass, especially this type, there are two types. There's coated brass. This is the clean brass because it looks like brass. I actually take those off. So very simply, all I do is I just take a pair of pliers and I pinch them. Okay, and I just throw this into my brass bin, my clean brass. Clean brass right now is about $1.85 a pound. Okay, and I'm looking as well, I'm going to take the other one off later, but this switch, anytime you have a switch like this that has a clicking noise, there's going to be silver inside of that. Okay, so a silver contact, I am going to have a video on that upcoming, but just to show people what a silver contact is this little dot right there. There will be a little one of those, and it'll usually be connected to copper. So these little dots just have a small piece of copper or silver on them. What I do is I cut them off, I put them into a container. As you can see here, all my little silver contacts in here. One day I hope to hit it with some nitric acid and make a little silver bouillon. So anytime you have a clicking noise, make sure you look for that. As I said, I'm gonna have a video, upcoming video on silver contacts and how to maximize your profit separating the silver. So when that's out, go check that one out if you're interested. But again, really nice power cord. Sometimes you will get the string from inside that cuts the grass. This one unfortunately is very twisted and frayed, but I've seen a couple models that have a really nice cord inside that I can use again in my own grass trimmer, but this one unfortunately is going to go in the garbage. Okay, and what I'm left with as well is the motor. Before you decide to cut this motor, copper bearing motors have their own price at the scrapyard. They go by weight. They're about 10 cents a pound. So I could leave this as is and get copper price. It's about £1.5 pounds, 2 pounds right here. I do have plastic on there, but again, I have to take that off. But one thing you want to do is, if it's copper, you want to take the time to take the copper out, because copper right now, this would be number 2 copper. Number 2 copper right now is about $3.05 in Canada. So it's definitely worth your time. But sometimes the spool looks like copper. It's got a copper color on the top, but if you scratch it and it's metallic, it's going to be aluminum. So the first thing I want to do before I do that is I want to take a file and scratch it. So I'm going to do that right now. And as you can see, that is copper. Okay, so I do want to take the time to separate this. And it's just connected, the plastic is connected by a couple of screws, so I'm going to take those out. Right screwdriver. So this plastic head will come off, so I can expose the copper. These are longer screws. They go all the way down. Sometimes they are connected by some nuts. You just got to push them through. There's another one on this side. All right, it's coming out. Okay, sometimes you also, because it goes all the way in, it might not be connected properly, or it's more secured in, so I just take a hammer as well and loosen it up. Hoping that loosens it up more, but who knows? I also got to pull up, I think, on it with my thumb, get that screw up. This one is coming slowly but surely. Sometimes they are stubborn, but it is coming. I'm going to just take a pair of pliers, pick it up this way. There we go. It's coming, that one's coming out, and hopefully now the top can come off on that side. Again. Another way is I just use my grinder. If it's stubborn, I'm just going to cut across. It does not want to come out, but it's going to come out because I need it to. So slowly, it's just connected, I think, at the top. Grinders are one of the best things I have in my arsenal. They definitely cut down on time and effort. So there we go. This is coming out. I just gotta pop the top now because this is very stubborn and it's gonna cause me some frustration. And I've never had issues like this before, so it must have been warped in there somehow. But I can now take this. There is copper on this copper motor. Unfortunately, it is too tightly wound in there. I cannot do anything with this. So this is gonna go into my copper bearing motor as is. I will take the, later, cut the bottom of that and take the plastic off. But this is another copper bearing motor. I'm left with this nice one here. So all I'm gonna do, very simple, is I'm just gonna cut down the side on both sides, and then I'm going to take a screwdriver and pop it out. So very simple, 2 incisions. It is now cut, so I'm just going to turn it over in my vise. I'm going to take another screwdriver, and I'm just going to use science to pull this up. Okay, I'm going to use leverage. Get this under. Nicely wound in there, I'll tell you that. So, gotta straighten these out. Just doesn't want to come out today. Okay, so if I straighten them, hopefully this is gonna speed up the process. But sometimes it doesn't work as well as you want it to. So I need a screwdriver. There we go. One. Tighten it up here. Get it under there. There. Whew. So as you can see now, some really nice clean copper. This is $3.05. It's not a pound, but it's actually very close, so that's pretty good. That's probably about, even I'd say this is, even if this was a half a pound, you know, it's definitely going to be worth more than my copper bearing motor. This will go into my number 2 pile. I still have the steel from my copper motor. Okay. As well, there is also, this came off of the top. This is copper. This goes into my copper bin. Okay, and for those that don't think it's worth it, I've been collecting it already on different motors. As you can see, this is another bag. I just add to it. This pile right here is 15 pounds actually. So 15 times 3, there's about $46 just worth of number 2 copper in here from Copper Bearing Motors. So definitely worth my time. I've got my nice long wire, some nice clean brass prongs that I'm taking off, a silver contact, some steel, and from that big unit, this is the only waste now going to be going into the landfill. So all in all, very well worth it. Didn't take me that long. Unfortunately, other than this little stubborn motor that I just had to use an angle grinder to, there are other methods that I could have used, but for the sake of time, I just wanted to speed it up. As well, here is another copper bearing motor that is going to be going into the copper bearing motor pile. A little bit more plastic, but all in all, a good find, a nice appliance to take apart and divert from the landfill. Hope you enjoyed this video. Please comment down below, like, share, subscribe, and I'll catch you on the next video. Tin Man out.